Myself, G. Mahesh Kumar, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. Today's in the environmental sustainability. Today's topic we are going to discuss is environmental legislations. In that, there are different types like biomedical waste management handling rule 2016. Environmental legislations. In that, biomedical waste management and handling rules 2016 is our topic of discussions in the today's lecture. Coming to the topics that covered in this biomedical waste. Before that, we need to know what actually the waste is. What actually the waste is, and what is biomedical waste. How the classification of biomedical waste takes place. What are the sources of biomedical waste? What are the health impacts of healthcare waste? And steps in the management of biomedical waste, methods of disposal for the biomedical waste, biomedical waste management and handling rules 2016. Okay, these are the topics we are going to cover in today's lecture. What actually the waste, what is biomedical waste, how the classification of biomedical waste takes place, what are the sources of biomedical waste, and what are the health impacts of healthcare waste, and steps in the management of biomedical waste, methods for the disposal of biomedical waste, and biomedical waste management and handling rule 2016. Today we are going to discuss all this. Coming to the what actually the waste is. Okay, waste is nothing but something which is not in put in proper usage at a given time. Okay, anything that which is not in proper usage. Okay, waste is nothing but which is not in proper usage. We call it as a waste. Proper usage, we call it as a waste. Again, the wastes are of three types. One is solid waste, liquid waste, and gaseous waste. Okay, solid waste like the solid waste from the household waste, again industrial waste, biomedical waste, or hospital waste. All these are comes under solid waste. Solid waste is of three types. One is household waste, industrial waste, and biomedical waste or hospital waste. All these are comes under the waste category. Okay, all these are comes under the waste category. What is the waste? Waste is nothing but anything which is not in proper usage at a given time is called as a waste. Waste is of three types. One is solid waste, another one is liquid waste, and the third one is gaseous waste. What is solid waste? Solid waste is again three types. One is household waste, industrial waste, and biomedical waste or hospital waste. This comes under the solid waste. Anything which is not in a proper usage at a given time is called as a waste. Now coming to what actually the biomedical waste is. Okay, biomedical waste is or hospital waste is any kind of waste containing infectious, okay, which is in dangerous, which is infectious or potentially infectious materials generated during the treatment of humans or animals, as well as during the research involving the biologicals. Okay, research involving during the research process on biologicals, whatever the waste that is coming out, that we call it as a biomedical waste or hospital waste. Is a unique kind of waste containing infectious or potential infectious or potential infectious materials generated during the treatment of animals. During the treatment of animals or during the research work is called as biomedical waste or hospital waste. Okay, it may be include the waste associated with the generation of biomedical waste that visually appears to be a medical or laboratory origin. It may be medical or laboratory origin. Example: packaging, unused bandages. All these are comes under the biomedical waste. What are the biomedical waste? Biomedical waste includes the packaging. One is packaging, uh, unused bandages, unused bandages, infusion kits like syringes. All this comes under. All these are comes under the biomedical waste. Biomedical waste. Okay, here it may include the generation of biomedical waste that usually appears to be a medical or laboratory origin. Uh, Example, here it is packaging, unused bandages, infusion kits, etc., as well as research laboratories waste containing biomolecules or organisms that are mainly restricted from the environmental release or comes under the biomedical waste. Here, discarded sharps are considered to be biomedical waste, whether they are contaminated or not, due to the possibility of being contaminated with blood. Okay, here discarded strips also comes under discarded sharps, also one of the biomedical waste, whether they are contaminated or not, due to the possibility of being contaminated with blood and their uh, injury caused whenever the properly contained or disposed. Okay, here the biomedical waste is a type of bio waste, also called as bio waste. It also comes under the type of biological waste or biomedical waste is a type of bio waste. Bio waste. Okay, the waste is any kind of waste containing the infectious materials generated during the treatment of human or contaminated animals as well as during the research work in the biological laboratories also comes under the biomedical waste or hospital waste. Biomedical waste or hospital waste. What actually the biomedical waste consists of? Okay, here it consists of human anatomical uh, anatomical waste like tissues, organs, body parts. Okay, human anatomical waste like tissues, organs, and body parts. Animal waste generated during the research from veterinary hospitals also comes under the biomedical waste. All these are the biomedical waste. Human uh, anatomy waste like tissues, okay, tissues, organs, and body parts also comes under the biomedical waste. The animal waste generated during the research from the veterinary hospitals. Microbiology and biotechnological waste also comes under the biomedical waste. Waste sharps like hypodermic needles, syringes, scalps, and broken glass, all this comes under biomedical waste. Discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs. Discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs also comes under the biomedical waste. Solid waste such as dressing, bandages, plaster cast, material contaminated with blood, tubes, catheters, all these are comes under the biomedical waste. Liquid waste from the any type of infected areas and insertion of ash and other chemical waste. All these are comes under the biomedical waste. Biomedical waste consists of human anatomical uh, anatomy waste like tissues, organs, and body parts. It is also from the animals waste, microbiology laboratory, biotechnology, waste sharps like hypodermic needles, discarded medicines, cytotoxic drugs, and dressing, bandaging, plastering. All these are catheters, blood tubes, liquid waste from the infected areas, and chemical wastes. All these are comes under the biomedical waste. Biomedical waste. These are the how the biomedical waste has been classified. Okay, biomedical waste has been classified into the following types. One is infectious waste, pathological waste, sharps, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, and chemical waste. Wastes with high content of heavy metals, pressurized containers, radioactive waste. Okay, here the classification of biomedical waste has been takes place in the following way. One is infectious waste, pathological waste, sharps, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste. Wastes with a high content of heavy metals, pressurized containers, and radioactive waste are comes under the biomedical waste. It has been classified into the following types. One is infectious waste, pathological waste, sharps, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste, wastes with a high content of heavy metals, and pressurized containers, radioactive waste comes under the biomedical waste. Types of biomedical waste, medical waste. Okay, here medical waste includes the uh, infectious waste. Okay, what actually the infectious waste is? Infectious waste, one is infectious waste and pathological waste, sharps waste and chemical waste, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, radioactive waste, and non-hazardous waste. These are the some of the types of medical waste. What is infectious waste? Okay, here the infectious waste are the waste that includes materials containing by water and body fluids. Okay, infectious waste is the waste that containing water and body fluids, cultures, stocks of infectious organisms, and the patient's waste from the isolation wards. Waste from the isolation wards also comes under infectious waste. What actually the pathological waste is? Pathological waste is a waste including the tissue material of humans, organs, fluids, and animal carcasses, or comes under the pathological waste. What is the sharps waste? Okay, it includes waste from the needles, syringes, disposable scalpels, and blades. All this comes under sharps waste. What is chemical waste? Chemical waste is the materials like heavy metals in the devices, solvents, laboratory reagents, and detergents comes under the chemical waste. What is pharmaceutical waste? Waste material that include the unused, contaminated, expired drugs and vaccines. All this comes under pharmaceutical waste. Genotoxic waste, hazardous, mutagenic, carcinogenic, cytotoxic drugs in the cancer treatment and metabolites comes under the genotoxic waste. What is radioactive waste? Okay, products including the radioactive diagnostic and therapeutic materials. Okay, products including the radioactive and diagnostic and therapeutic materials include the radioactive waste. What is the non-hazardous waste? Materials that are not in biological, chemical, or radioactive hazards. It comes under the medical waste, comes under the non-hazardous waste. All these are the some of the types of medical waste. Types of medical waste. There are following types. One is infectious waste, pathological waste, sharp waste, chemical waste, and pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, radioactive waste, and non-hazardous waste comes under the all this comes under the medical waste. Yeah, sources of healthcare waste. What are the sources of healthcare waste? Here, the major sources of healthcare waste is the major sources of healthcare waste is waste from the hospitals, nursing rooms, homes, and healthcare facilities. Okay, waste from the hospitals, nursing homes, and healthcare are one of the major source of healthcare wastes. And uh, and the diagnostic research and laboratory centers also one of the major source for the healthcare waste, and blood bank, autopsy and mortuary centers are also the one of the major source of healthcare waste. Animal research centers also comes under the healthcare waste center, and rehabilitation centers, blood banks and pathology centers are some of the uh, major sources of the healthcare waste. Here, healthcare waste is majorly comes from the hospitals, nursing homes, and healthcare facilities, diagnostic centers, laboratories, mortuary centers, blood bank centers, rehabilitation centers, animal research centers. All these are some of the major sources of the healthcare waste. Healthcare waste. What are the minor sources of biomedical waste? Okay, minor sources are some are from the physicians and the dentist clinics. Okay, from the physicians and dentist clinics, animal houses or slaughterhouses, blood donation camps, vaccination centers, psychiatric clinics, and cosmetic piercing, funeral services, institutions for disabled persons. Okay, these are the some of the minor sources of the major sources and minor sources. These are major sources of the healthcare waste, and minor sources of biomedical waste are the minor. We are going to get the biomedical waste from this. One is physicians and dentist clinics, animal houses and slaughterhouses, blood donation camps, vaccination centers, and psychiatric clinics and cosmetic piercing, funeral services and institutions for the disabled people, hospitals, healthcare centers, blood banks, and the biotechnological institutions. All these are some of the minor sources of biomedical waste. Minor sources of biomedical waste. Health impact of healthcare waste. What is how the health undergoes damage? How the health can impact it because of this healthcare centers, healthcare waste. Yeah, coming to the health impact for the healthcare waste is exposure to the toxic chemicals like mercury, okay, and xylene and formalin can result in the chemical injuries among health personnel and patients in contact. Okay, exposure to the toxic chemicals, okay, like example, mercury, xylene, and formalin can result in the chemical injuries among the health personnel and patients in contact. Improper disposal and lack of properly designed landfills result in contamination of water. Okay, what happens if the improper, if not properly disposed of this waste, the lack of properly designed landfills result in contamination of water and exposure to the toxic wastes. Inadequate incineration can result in toxic air pollution. The failure to use proper filters add to the release of such pollutants into the air. Incineration of chlorine containing the waste products, dioxins that are carcinogenic, means cancer causing agents. Okay, carcinogenic agents means a cancer cause. This leads to the cancer, lack of segregation, separation of biomedical waste can risk in exposure to the sharps. Okay, among the workers of the waste disposal and the treatment, even one needle stick injury from the infected source patient can result in 30% risk of hepatitis B virus. Okay, if one needle that is attacked to the person with who are active from the uh, infected person, it may lead to the uh, 30% of risk of hepatitis B virus and 1.8% of risk of hepatitis C virus and 0.3% risk of human immunodeficiency virus. Okay, this is one of the major health impact due to the needle stick injury from the infected persons. Okay, open waste dumping. This is a result in piling up of waste which attracts insects. These dumps during the rains become breeding areas for the insects as a source for the vectors which spread infectious diseases. Pouring of antibiotics into the drain results in the killing of required microbes and altering the environment that helps in the breakdown of biological matter in septic tanks. Okay, all these are the some of the problems, the health impact can be created to the human, healthy human. Okay, one is due to the exposure to the toxic chemicals and contamination of water and exposure to the toxic wastes. Toxic air pollution leads to the carcinogenic agents, and needle stick injury from infected person leads to the 30% of hepatitis B virus and 1.8% of risk of hepatitis C virus and 0.3 percentage risk of human immunodeficiency virus. And open waste dumping, okay, results in the piling up of waste which attracts insects, okay, that release and spread the infectious diseases. And pouring of antibiotics into drain results in the killing of required microbes and the altering the environment that helps in the breakdown of biological matter into the septic tanks. How to manage, okay, how do waste management practice fails. Okay, the management of waste requires diligent knowledge. Okay, they require knowledge and practice. Therefore there are some laws available and implemented There still exists a failure in proper waste disposal. Some of the concerns that require to be addressed. One is a lack of awareness of health others related to healthcare waste, lack of training on proper waste disposal practices, absence of available constructed waste disposal systems, a low priority level even after knowing the harmful effects of improper waste disposal, lack of funds and resources towards the constructing waste disposal system, occupational risk to the healthcare waste exist but have not been efficiency addressed. All these are the uh, waste management practices failure. Okay, so lack of awareness on health others related to the healthcare waste, lack of training on proper waste disposal practices, absence of available constructed waste disposal system, a low priority level, even after knowing the harmful effects of improper waste disposal, lack of funds and resources towards the constructing waste disposal system, occupational risk to the healthcare waste exist but have not been efficiently addressed. All these are some of the steps involved in the management of biomedical waste. Okay, first segregation of hospital waste. First step is collection and characterization. Next, characterization of step storage of waste not beyond 48 hours, and transportation of waste, treatment of waste, and surveying the waste generated. Okay, from survey of waste generated, segregation followed by the collection and characterization, survey of the waste generated, segregation of the hospital waste, collection and characterization of waste and storage of waste beyond 48 hours, transportation of waste, treatment of waste. All these are the steps involved in the management of biomedical waste. Yeah, here coming to the what are the color waste and how we are going to treat. Okay, yellow color dustbin and red color, blue and white and black. Here the different colors have different waste we are going to introduce. Yellow color is for the uh, it is for the human animal anatomical waste, microbiological waste, and soiled cotton dressing and linen bedding, etc. Okay, here the treatment for the insemination and drip burial. Okay, what we are whatever this waste is there now, we are going. What we need to do means we are going to do the insemination and deeply we are going to bury it. And next, red from tubbings and catheters and IV sets, autoclaving, microwaving, and chemical treatment we need to do. Blue and white color is for the waste sharps. Okay, like needles, syringes, scalpel, blades, etc. All this comes under the blue color. Autoclaving. What is the treatment means? We need to do autoclaving, microwaving, chemical treatment, and destruction of stagings. Okay. Black color for the discarded medicines, cytotoxic drugs, insemination ash, chemical waste, disposal into the secured landfills. Disposal into the secured landfills. Segregation of biomedical. How we are going to separate the biomedical. Yellow for the human or animal and anatomical waste, solid waste, expired medicine, chemicals, body fluids, clinical waste. All these are we are going to throw in the yellow color dustbins, and the red color is indication of contaminated waste, recyclable plastic bags, bottles, pipes, containers, catheters. And the white color is the scalpels, blades, needles, syringes with needle, fixed needles, sharp metals, and needle tip cutter. And blue color is the broken glassware, cytotoxic waste, metallic body implant, and contaminated glasses, including the medicine vials. Methods of disposal of biomedical waste. Okay, how insemination, once insemination, autoclaving, microwaving, and the chemicals. All these are the methods of disposal of biomedical waste. What is insemination technology? Okay, here it is a insemination is a method, high temperature thermal process employing combustion of waste under controlled condition for converting into the inert materials and gases. Okay, here what we need to do means we are going to maintain the very high temperature thermal process employing the combustion of waste under controlled condition for converting them into the inert materials and gases. Autoclaving. Okay, autoclaving is a process. It's a machine that provides a physical method of sterilization by killing the bacteria, virus, even spores present in the material. In general, in autoclave is run at temperature of 121 degrees. The temperature we are going to kill the bacteria present in the waste. So nothing but the autoclaving. Microwave irradiation at a frequency of about 2450 megahertz and the wavelength of 12.24 centimeter. Microwave destroys the majority of microorganisms by introducing this 2450 megahertz of the microwave radiation wavelength. At the wavelength of 12.24 centimeters, microwaves destroy the majority of microorganisms. By doing the chemical methods, 1% of hypochlorite solution can be used for the chemical chemical disinfection. Here, coming to the what are the biomedical waste management and handling rules 2016. Here, these are the some of the rules that has been designed. These are the rules are notified under the environment protection and here biomedical rules rules are notified under Environmental Protection Act 1986 EPA Environmental Protection Act 1986. The rules are applied for all the person who collect, receive, store, transport, and treat the dispose or handle biomedical waste in any form. Okay, these rules will be applicable to the persons who will generate the waste and who will collect the waste, receive, storage, transport, treat, and dispose or handle the biomedical waste in any form. Here, the biomedical waste is the waste generated during the diagnosis, treatment, immunization, testing, or the research on biological organisms or preparations made from the organisms, biologicals. Some silent features of the act are summarized as follows. One is it shall be studied duly of the occupier to take every step to ensure that such a waste is handled without any adverse effect to the human health and environment. Here, the biomedical waste shall not be mixed with any other waste. Okay, it should not be mixed with the other wastes. Untreated biomedical waste shall be transported only in such vehicles as authorized by competent authority. No untreated biomedical waste shall be kept in stored beyond a period of 48 hours. An advisor committee is every state, including the experts in the medical, health, animal husbandry, veterinary sciences, health management, municipal administration related departments, pollution control board, and NGO will review the matters related to implementation of the rules. Implementation of the rules. Okay, there are some schedules like Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3, Schedule 4. In the Schedule 1, the categorize the waste according to the color codes and the type of waste with treatment or disposal option. Schedule 2 is a standard for the treatment and disposal of biomedical waste. Schedule 3 is a list of prescribed authorities and corresponding duties. Schedule 4 is it has been classified into two types, Part A and Part B. Part A is a label for biomedical waste and Part B is a label for the transportation. These are the Schedule 1 categorized waste according to the color codes and type of waste with the treatment and disposal option. Uh, Schedule 2 is a standard for the treatment and disposal of biomedical waste. Prescribed and authorities and corresponding duties is the Schedule 3, and the Schedule 4 is a label for biomedical waste is a Part A, and the label for transportation is a Part B in the Schedule 4. The references we are going to follow in this environmental sustainability, the Robertson Margaret Sustainability Principles and Practices, Routledge Trial References 2017, Responsibility for Teaching Sustainability in Context, a General for Sustainability Education are the two references. One is Routledge Taylor and Francis Group 2017, and the General for the Sustainability Education are the references we are going to follow for the environmental sustainability. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.